Working the door graciously all night.
This is a little before Thanksgiving, and I was out walking my cat. Walking a cat is different from walking a dog. When you're walking a dog, no one comes up to you and says, "Oh man, my sister's ex-husband's co-worker used to do that. Like walk a dog on a leash, cool." Walking a cat is also different from walking. So, I carry the cat to the heart-healthy, all-purpose path along the Charles River and put the cat down, and the cat bolts down the embankment. And I let go of the leash and I pick it up again and I'm snaking it around the tree roots and around the rocks, and it's definitely aerobic exercise, but we're not really getting anywhere. And then the cat stops and starts to sniff a tree. If you have a dog, you know what's going to happen. With my cat, what it means is for 10 minutes the cat is going to decide whether or not to climb the tree. And meanwhile, all of the power walkers and the ladies with their strollers and the actual dog walkers are passing me by on the path above, going into beautiful bright autumn. Here's how my cat climbs a tree. First he sniffs all around it, and then he starts to walk away, and he just looks casually over his shoulder to see if the tree's still there, comes back, he sniffs a little more, just checking, tree, it's still a tree, and then he starts to crouch down, he does that wiggle, and then he changes his mind, he walks away a little bit, he comes back, he sniffs, he checks, he wiggles. You don't know when it's going to happen, but eventually, if you wait long enough, he will jump, leap into somewhere in the middle of the bark and just hang on with all of his claws. And he's still on the leash, on the harness, so he can't go anywhere. So he says, "Meow," and then he jumps down every time. He never gets in. So I tell the cat, you know, let's walk. I mean, I don't bother telling him. I pull on the leash a little bit. Not happening. I pick him up, I bring him down to the river, where I can at least see the sunlight on the water, feel the sunlight on my shoulders. He floats to the nearest piece of shade. And a man comes down the embankment with this huge black dog. And the dog is going nuts. I'm looking at this slobbering, barking, crazy dog. And the man apologizes. His dog's afraid of cats. Where's the cat? Oh, right, I got a cat on the end of my leash. So I go to pick up the cat, except his back is going down. It had been arched. And his tail is relaxing. It had been bristled. And I realize that my cat is not actually afraid of the dog. My cat starts sniffing. He makes this wide circle, just checking to see if the dog's still a dog. And he's approaching the dog cautiously, like the tree, and the dog is going bananas. So the man takes his dog away, calms him down, he comes back, and he starts chatting with me, and we're talking about the water, and we're talking about Thanksgiving, and at no point does he mention that he used to know someone who walked a cat on a leash. So at no point do I mention that I used to know a dog who was afraid of a cat. Which was great, because I didn't. He turns to leave, and as he's going up, I notice that there's another path right there down by the river. And the leaves are yellow, there's only a few left on the trees and they're twisting in the wind. And there's leaf litter all along this path. And the sunlight hits just right and the entire thing is glittering. If you took a picture and you cropped out the road on this side and the road on this side, you could put it on Instagram and it would be France, it would be Italy, it would be the forest primeval. Right at my feet. Walking a cat is different from walking a dog, if for no other reason than no one ever says, walking a dog is so different from walking a cat. And I recommend it. Not necessarily literally walking a cat, but one of those things that's a little odd that doesn't necessarily get you anywhere or get you where you're going, because you never know what paths you might at least get to look down.
That was a Pretty good, right? Yeah. All right, a big hand for all our tellers. So we're gonna wait for a final high score, and then the judges are gonna go deliberate. And then you guys are also gonna deliberate because you guys gotta pick the audience choice. And after we get the high score, we're gonna bring all the tellers up, and they're gonna tell one line from their story. But,
Yeah, they can vote now.
What?
They can vote now.
They can vote now. Well, let's get these tellers up there.